Hi guys, welcome to the final 5th week of Kate and Alice Do Halloween. Today we're going to be making little embellishments, these little ribbon rosettes that are super cute, very easy to make. And we're also going to be making little straw witches brooms with crepe paper like I did here. And we are also going to be doing tulle like I did here because it's a little bit extra fancy. So that's what we're going to be making today. I know Halloween is over, but we're going to get it going anyways. So first, we're going to be using the one-sided ribbon that you can get at every craft store. If you're great at tying bows, use this a lot. If you are like me, you don't use it at all, and it just piles up. So I had 3 different ones. So we're going to start with the smaller one, and this is the larger one. I'm going to do both in this tutorial. So the first one is 1 3/4 inches, and this one is a little under 3 inches. And the final smaller rosette ends up being about that same size. So we're gonna get started with the bigger one. So we're gonna do a little jingle I like to call to the left, to the left. So we're going to put a little bit of glue, and then we're gonna just bunch that ribbon to the left, and to the left, and to the left. You will see I do not cut my ribbon in advance because you don't know how much you're going to need. So just leave that sucker on the spool. So when you get towards the end, you're going to clip that off. You're going to leave about 1/4 inch little tail, I like to call it. Then you're going to fold it in half, put a little glue, and fold it over. That way you can't see the seam. No seam. Beautiful. Just put some foam tape, add some glue. I had this pre-made little starburst rosette, and I popped that in the middle. So you can see the size difference there, super cute. So now we're gonna do the smaller one. This, we're gonna play the little game called to the left, to the left. So we're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna fold it over to the left, and you're gonna glue along the outer edge, leaving the ribbon on the spool, just because you never know how much you're gonna need. It's better to have too much than not enough. That's what I always say. So you're gonna keep going around to the right, but you're gonna be folding to the left. Now, as you get towards the end, you're gonna be doing the same thing that you did with the larger rosette. All right, so now we're towards the end, so you're just gonna glue right up until that seam. Then you're going to snip it, leaving a little 1/4 inch flap, folding that on itself, and then gluing it down so you can't see the seam. No worries, if it's not circular, you can snip off any pieces, you can glue down any flaps that might be sticking up. When using hot glue, I just like to use the glue, turn it around, push it down so I don't burn my fingers. Here, I just add some glue around the outside, 2 foam dots, just so that it will all stick. Again, turning it around, push it down. There we go. All 3 are done. Beautiful. Now we're going to move on to our little witches brooms out of tulle as well as crepe paper. Super, super cute. Regular size straw, snip it in half. Now you have 2 brooms. So you're going to get your crepe paper. I used about 2 yards and just folded it till around 4 times, left me with about 6 inches there. So it just makes it a lot easier to cut. You can use fringe scissors. You can use regular scissors. Totally up to you. Just use the sharp side. You're going to go about 3/4 of the way up, leaving a little band. That's what we're going to use to glue it onto the straw. And then I just kind of fluff it out and make it a little fluffy. So then what you're going to do, you have 2 straws, so you have that 6-inch piece of fringe. Take your scissors and cut it in half. So that leaves you with 3 inches. That's all you need for half a straw. So that will leave you with enough to make 2 brooms. Then you're just going to put some glue, and we're going to do the glue and roll. That's what I call the glue and a roll, and glue and roll, and glue and roll. All right, so here, what we're going to do is just that little flap, because there's many layers. You're going to put some glue on there, fold it in on itself, and just glue and roll. And then you can see it doesn't leave a seam. Then you're going to fluff this out a little bit. There we go. Super cute. So I'm going to use this sparkly ribbon trim. You can also, that's washi. That was just a little thick, so I didn't use it. So whatever's clever. So you're going to not glue at the edge. I'll show you why. And you're just going to glue around, cut it off so that both pieces are sticking up. And then you just stick the one inside of itself, and it leaves no seam. Beautiful. I put a little epoxy rose on the top. I also put this little table scatter bone. You can obviously embellish it however you like. I also put this little table scatter rubber little tiny spider, put a little pom-pom on top. You can do whatever you want. Or you can not embellish it at all. It's totally fine. So now for the tool, we are going to be using this Dollar Tree Spiderwebby glittery tool, normal size straw. We're gonna cut about a yard off, a little less than a yard. And then we're gonna fold it in half. Again, you just want to get it enough. There's 4 layers there so that you have about 6 inches. And then fringe scissors, again, 3/4 of the way up, same dealy-o. Just a little bit different. Don't need quite as many layers as the crepe paper. And then we're gonna do the glue and the roll. We're going to glue and roll, and glue and roll, and glue. And then you're done. You're just gonna fluff it up. I have this beautiful little tinsel trim. It's from Christmas, Dollar Tree. It's got wire in the middle, so it's perfect. I'm just gonna wrap it around and then I'm just gonna glue it down. But you can obviously use whatever you got. I just really like that. Look, the broom even works. Look, sweep, sweep, sweep. Love it. And that concludes Kate and Alice Do Halloween 2020. Week 5 is done. So we have those little embellishments. I hope you enjoyed this series. It was super fun to work with Alice. Thank you so much, Alice, for collabing with me. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season of crafting. Toodles.